Welcome to the Nourishment Podcast.
Feed me, niggas.
Be more burn spoon, DC glass pipe, VA scent bells, bout that trap life.
Yeah, nah, man. And you're right about that, man. Everybody body type is going to be different. I do think, for me, and it's not the same for everyone. I mean, less meat, less fried food, less sugar, especially sugar. Even more, like the thing I would give up, or I do give up faster than meat, and more so for me is sugar. Sugar is not really. It doesn't work well for me. I mean, it tastes great. The candy's cool, but it makes me very sluggish during the day. So
Same here.
Sugar is my biggest downfall. Sugar, anything with sugar in it, juice, all that shit. Like, I gave that shit up for Lent. But other than that, man, like, I don't go crazy like on meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't go crazy. Like, no, I do eat like meat. I do like mostly lamb. I just I stopped eating. I don't eat pork, and I just started back eating red meat. I want to say 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, and I went from age 16. So we're talking about 4 years ago. I was 34 when I started eating red meat again. Added back into my life for the iron. So
Got you.
but for the longest time I didn't. Just kind of like chicken and fish more so. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I doubt it. I doubt it.
you don't
I like fried fish and fried chicken. That'll fuck me up. That's it. And I like lamb chops, man. I like those three things will keep me in.
Shawnee.
What?
Yeah,
You asked me would I ever go vegan?
Yeah, would you?
No,
No? What about vegetarian?
probably not.
Probably not.
Nope, not even.
I'm not
Only,
going
and I say this because I'm a firm believer. Like, I think that we all genuinely were not vegans or vegetarians. I don't know. Sometimes some people try to push the narrative that was like, I don't know, that somebody taught us to eat meat. I don't know. Like, we've seen tribes, we've seen that have hunted and did things like, and this wasn't just like a made up scenario. I mean, like I said, it's a need over a want, I guess. But I think everything in moderation. I'm more of a moderation type of gal once I decide to get my health in order.
What I think about that is, so a couple weeks ago on my IG live, I talked about plant-based protein, right? And like, if we look at ancestral diets, when they did eat meat, it wasn't, so they did hunt, they did eat meat, but they used all of the animal they killed, and it wasn't often. So they only had meat when they could catch it. You couldn't catch it every time they went to catch something. Now, like, even let's say like tribal, like more smaller communities or groups of people, they call them blue zones, and that's where people live. Those are the communities of people that live. They have the most centenarians, more people that live to 100. They don't eat much meat. They eat meats. They eat meat like how our ancestors did, which is kind of just for celebration or just sparingly. They eat mostly vegetables, beans, and seeds and stuff like that. Yeah. And then even if you think about like our grandparents, like your grandfather had or your great grandfather, they had like the big piece of chicken, but whatever they might have made on Sunday, they was making like stew and shit like that around it for the rest of the week. So they were stretching the meat to where like the meat, they just had a neck bone in the soup. You know what I'm saying? And that was really the only meat they was eating. They ate a lot of beans and stuff like that. So we don't really need a whole lot of it. It may not be propaganda around them forcing us to eat meat, but it is propaganda around why we think we need so much meat. And they force,
I can agree with that.
They force fed it to us through the need for protein. So it's just,
which isn't true.
Yeah.
What was that commercial? Steak? No, pork.
Beef,
the other white meat.
It's what's for dinner.
It's what's for dinner. Arby's, we got the beef.
We got the beef. Yeah.
Right. It's propaganda that way to think that we always need
it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really.
And I always think because I see both sides. Like, with my family being from the islands, so you see the people that only, they eat idle, that are on, they don't eat any type of, anything from animals. And then there's the other half of us that eat everything.
And you know what, man, to piggyback off of what he was just saying, Honestly, I think people be forgetting like it ain't really about like just not eating meat to save the planet. I mean, for vegans, I guess there is, and people who follow PETA, I guess. But like mostly we forget that the way they're processing the meat is what's really killing us more so than the meat itself. How they processing the meat, how they're storing the meat, the hormones they're giving, you know, these chickens to grow up bigger, plumper, faster. That's the problem we have. So it's not the fact that people are saying we never ate meat. Let's get back to the old days. It's the problem that the production of meat that we're eating nowadays isn't healthy. I mean, they're technically shaving off cancer off a chicken and then selling it.
Right, but there's two things that go into that though. Because if you say that, because okay, well, we know we have an expanded population. Okay. So, you know, in the what he goes into saying that we you know, essentially it's put on that we need this protein. So that's what the cause is for this mass production. So the less people you have, you know, wanting this protein, then the less need there is for this mass production, the less need there is for, you know, injecting these animals with hormones to make them grow up quicker so that they can be slaughtered. And the less use for fertilizers and pesticides and stuff that they have to use for the crops, for the animals to eat, for your food. It's a lot that goes into it. It's like a whole big circle.
It's capitalism. I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
there's a capitalism part to it where if we all grow our own food, they can't make money off us.
Right.
And everybody's not going to put the same, everybody doesn't need to raise cattle, right? So if you did raise your own chickens, like what your family probably does in the islands, like if they got chickens be running around, like I got family from the country, and you know, you see your grandmother break a chicken's neck. That's crazy. Like that's looking shit. But you know, if everybody could, like, we can grow our own food. So if we grow our own vegetables, we wouldn't go to McDonald's as much, but we just wouldn't have a need to buy the type of stuff. So it takes money out of large corporations' pockets. That's what really happens.
And that's what they don't want to happen, right? So that's why they tell us we need the meat. You know what I mean? It ain't because it's a shortage, or I tell you, they're running out of chicken. They're not running out of chicken. They're cloning these motherfuckers.
They control the production of animal products easier than they can control the production of plant products.
Exactly.
So the issue is finding the lands for the animals to actually eat. So you can have this mass production, but if there's no space for the animals to eat, and as we develop more and more,
production, because people don't need that much damn meat.
No, I know we don't. I'm just saying. I'm agreeing. I'm just saying, like when we talk about when he said, "Oh, you know, the need will." The reason why they say like, okay, well, you know, we're pushing it to limits is because, you know, there's only but so much land. Okay. And if you're mass producing all of these animals, they still got to feed somehow. They haven't come up with an alternative to give them other types of food yet. So, you know, they still need to, you know, get their food from somewhere. So you're using that agriculture. And as we keep developing these countries for more buildings, you know, homes and tearing down forests, where are they going to go? Where are they going to eat?
Exactly. That's terrible.
It is terrible. Look, listen. So, when did the production, I guess, of the idea of you wanting to have a juice bar? Like, when did you have that thought, like that initial, like, you know what? I think I want to.
I got enough. You're not gonna believe this one. I was in a brunch party drinking.
Okay.
So I was giving parties. So after me and my friends had our party situation, I started my own little creative situation called Here Comes the Good Part. And I was doing events because I knew events, but I was trying to build like a creative consultancy, but I didn't really know how to do it. And it was just me. I didn't really have anybody else to like pitch in with ideas or other kind of skill sets to help us get that type of stuff done. Because it's not just graphic design. It's like graphic design, concepts, marketing, PR, all those types of things go into a creative consultancy. Looking back, before I started, I would have asked other people like, hey, you want to do this? I just started on my own and figured my way out through it. So anyway, I found a place to give a brunch party at this spot called Flavor. And it was a cool concept, but it wasn't really doing numbers like that, right? It was kind of exclusive. The location wasn't a popular location. It was actually in a bar owned by a gay couple or whatever, a lesbian couple. And they was mad cool. The food was good though. The spot was nice, but people just didn't know about it. And I ain't have really enough. I ain't had the same pull I had when I was with my homies. But anyway, so I'm like I said, I was always thinking ahead like this drinking thing. I can't do this a lot long term.
Yeah.
And figure out something else to do. And the word, and like, here comes the good part. This don't fit. Like, this not a thing. I'm like, I don't even know what this thing is, but it's something. I just gotta figure this out. So I was literally in the joint. I went downstairs. I was drinking. People was upstairs chilling. It was a decent. It was one of my better brunch parties or whatever. I went downstairs. I was talking to my friend who was the hostess at the time, and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to start a juice. I'm about to open a juice bar." I was really just drinking. Like, if I didn't want this drink in my hand, what would I want to have around this time of day on a Sunday instead of mimosa? I was like, all right, well, orange juice is cool, but it was hot. It was hot as shit. That one time we had the heat wave, it was crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's when the idea sparked. I was literally in a brunch party thinking like, yo, I'm gonna open my own joint. Like, I'm gonna start a juice business. And where it really came from, that's when the actual juice business thing started. But the whole leveraging health and juice stuff came from just me being on Instagram, and I was just posting in stories when stories first started on Snapchat and stories, and people would just always ask me, and I was just using the basic little NutriBullet. People just kept asking me like, "Yo, I need some recipes," and part of that is because they already knew I was vegetarian. You know, for how long. At this time, it was like I'm like 6 years in, so they would just always ask me, and I was like, "This looks like it's business on the other end of this. Like, I can charge for recipes." So that was in my mind. It was kind of like low-key field research or like marketing or whatever, just promoting the lifestyle and stuff. Because it's crazy. I'm in my brunch party and I can only eat 2 things that's there. I can't enjoy nothing else on the menu. Let me get potatoes and fruit cup. I ain't eat nothing else.
You didn't think about making a vegetarian menu for those that are probably vegetarian?
Yeah. You said a vegetarian menu for
I said, yeah, you didn't think about
when you were doing the parties.
Nah, because not enough people was into that.
Nah, man, people in Baltimore, they're like, fuck that, I want bacon.
No,
Right.
that's a lot. There's a lot of vegans and vegetarians in Baltimore nowadays.
But they
we talk about back then.
Yeah, maybe not back then, but
yeah. So, you know, but that's where it started, man. From off Instagram to tipsy at a brunch party.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna get niggas to drink real juice.
Yeah, man. Because it was more natural. Like, I got more response to that than my t-shirts, than the party. People, you know, still hitting me up about health stuff. So I was like, man, I'm learning a little bit about business and go with the flow, yo. Don't stop making this hard. For real. Because business is difficult enough. If you can find a way to make it easy for yourself, and that's what you should be doing.
Business is hard. Let me tell you, I'm with you on that shit, man.
Yeah, man. You working on a business?
You win it right now. You in the business right now. And shit.
Yeah. This the flow,
trying to figure out how to actually monetize this shit, and it's something else that I wanted to talk to you. We're gonna talk offline about this shit though. Okay. But yeah, man. Like we're starting to get the flow of it, but it's something else that I want to jump off with, like the flow with this or whatever. And I just want to talk to you about it because, you know, you got shit going on, and I just want to pick your brain and hopefully you can help us. It's something else I want to ask you. Anybody got any questions? You know, we're having a good time out here, man.
You're running. How many miles do y'all run? Like whenever y'all get together, like how many miles?
It varies. When we first started, we was doing 3 miles. Like that's like a 5K. So we would always do 3 miles, the same way. And then after a while, we was like, yo, let's switch the route up. Kept the distance the same. And then we started doing like we did the Baltimore Run Festival in 2017. So everybody was doing, like, some people would do their own thing anyway, as far as running miles and everything. But when a group got together every Sunday, it was just 3 miles. Now, every Sunday, it might be different. It might be 3 miles, it might be 5 miles. And now, since the group is so big, we have an extended route. So it'll go from like the people who want to do the short route, it'll be 3 miles, but then it'll be 6 to 5 for the rest of the people that want to go. And then we still meet back at the same spot. So now we up to like 6 to 10. I'm sorry, 3 to 6. On Saturdays, they normally do like the long run. Yeah, Saturdays is normally the long run, so they might do like 10 miles on Saturdays. On Wednesdays, it's about like a 3-mile run. And then on Tuesdays, when the weather permits, we do track Tuesdays, which is like speed work, where we just like practice
I want to get down with that shit.
Stuff like
I
that.
know 10 miles. I was gonna fuck with it too. I catch y'all on that.
Like you said, 3 to 6. 3 to 6.
10 miles. Shit. That's like a
3 miles is very doable though,
Oh yeah, 3 miles is good. But
Yeah.
10, you pushing it.
I'll knock out 3 to 6. That's nothing.
Yeah, but 10. Whew.
Correct. Say I run probably about 5 days out of the week. I probably run between 3 and 4 miles a day or whatever out of those 5. So it's nothing to step it up or whatever.
Yeah.
You can
only do a mile and a half every day. I go to the gym on the inside. Only a mile and a half. That's all.
That's because you're not trying to drop weight right now.
No, I'm not trying to drop weight.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to do too much cardio.
But when I was running though, and I dropped to like 180, man. And
you didn't like that shit, did you?
Like 4 miles a day, like every day. I was bit by the running bug, but then I couldn't gain any weight, and it's like I was dropping weight. I got dropped down altogether to like 176. I was like, nah, I gotta bring this back up.
176, nigga had the Rottweiler head.
Nigga, like,
See, that happened to me too, and that's when I wasn't as like I wasn't aware because I had a specific goal in mind. So when we did the Baltimore Run Festival in 2017, that was the first time I did a half marathon. So we trained for like, you got to train. Well, you should train for marathons and half marathons, distance runs. So I'm doing like 10 miles. I might be doing like 20 something miles, 25 miles a week, right? But I still ate the exact same. I didn't eat more. I was supposed to eat more. So I lost a lot of weight. That's why when you said like I was bigger than I wasn't really bigger. I'm just more fit because of I'm more active now than I was when we was doing parties and stuff like that. So I lost weight. I was down to like 145. I didn't even feel like a whole man. Like I didn't feel like a real man. 145, like wow. 145, but ideally,
oh my God.
To be honest, like ideally, most men around my height, I'm 5'8". The ideal weight is only like 155, 150. So I get picked on because I don't have a big physical stature anyway. So my mom was like, "Yo, you looking like too small," and they gonna blame it on the diet first because they don't know. Like, see it in my face, and I was thinking. When I went to the doctor and had my physical that year, I was weighing like 145. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, you know what? I never really changed my diet. So I was burning off hella calories.
Yeah.
All that running all summer long. And that's when I got into Planta. And that's when I was like, yo, I gotta get my weight up. I can't be out here. You know what I mean? Somebody laugh. You know, you be busting up with your homies like, go ahead, boy. And they pushed me all the way across the room. Super lightweight out here. I'm like,
weight up, nigga.
Hey, yo. Oh my goodness!
Let me get my weight up, yo.
So as a person that is vegetarian, like, how do you keep the weight on? Like, does it?
So, I never worry about weight. Like, I don't even own a scale. As long as I've been eating what I will say I would take it as like a blessing. Like, I'm fortunate to my weight not fluctuate like that. But there's like a homeostasis. Your body wants to be at a certain size. So even if you just did everything regular, you'll gain weight according to life's scale. We all gonna gain weight as we get older, right?
Right.
Homeostasis keep your metabolism. Your metabolism want to be a certain place, so you got to do stuff to speed it up or slow it down. So I never really have to worry about the weight because I pretty much eat the same things all the time, or at least eat at the same rhythm all the time. I've never eaten too much too soon, and I am an active kind of guy. So to be real, Jordan, like, yo, I never really think about, except for when I was trying to gain weight, I never think about what I can, and plus I can feel it, right? You get to become more in tune with your body.
Yeah.
And especially when I was actually weightlifting, when I was actually like weight training and stuff like that, I can tell if I was down at 3 without even getting on a scale. I can tell I was down because some days you be up. You know what I mean? You just don't want to wear no shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah, you can't see it, but you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm up today. But if I don't go to the gym for too long, or if I don't do like some kind of HIIT training or something like that, I start to feel like a lightweight. And I can't tell as much now, but I can tell when I'm weight training, if I'm losing weight or gaining weight. But I was never really gaining. I don't gain or lose between. I'm always within 5 pounds of 153.
Okay.
Except when I was trying to gain.
Man, I need to shit. I weigh 218 right now. And like for a long time, like maybe for like a year and a half, I would always be at between 235 and 225. Hated it or whatever. Like and then during the pandemic, I just switched up my diet. Like I don't want to say I created a diet or anything like that. Just stopped eating a bunch of like stuff or whatever and shit. And then I think the lowest I had got down to was like maybe 213, I think. And I'm just right now just trying to find my happy weight. And I don't know about how to go and do that or whatever.
195.
Yeah. So
90.
But I'm also I'm 6 even. So it's like
you kind of tall, so
yeah. So my doctor, she told me she don't want me below 210. She's like, I'm gonna look weird if I go below 210 or whatever. She was like, please don't. And she was telling me, don't do all these weird diets and shit like that. She was like, you ain't doing no diet, nothing like that. I'm like, no, it's not a weird diet. I just changed what I'm eating. So like as a person that's trying to like, I'm thinking about becoming vegetarian. Like what would be like some of the steps that you would suggest to yeah, like what are some of the steps to like you would like, all right, like because I'm not doing the shit cold turkey. I'm letting you know that now. But what is like some of the things that I can start
first
doing?
thing I always recommend is like just have one meal a day without meat.
Okay.
Just start there, whether it be, but just like make it a real meal, just don't have meat. So it'll be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Just have one meal a day. Even one meal a day without meat. But you gotta track it. So tracking to let you see the progress. Like, oh snap, because next thing you know, you may have went 2 meals without meat in a day and didn't even think about it.
Okay.
Now you can see that your mind is adapting it, not just your body, but your mind is adapting to that diet, and it's becoming a part of your lifestyle. So that's the first thing I recommend. Just try one meal purposely without meat. Right? When you go to Chipotle, like if you eat Chipotle, just get a bowl without meat. It's very filling. But Chipotle hella food, right? So just try one meal. Download. I have some, and I'm working on another one, but download a vegan or vegetarian grocery list. I don't know if you cook or not, but you gotta download one of those and just start picking up some more of the things, some more of the ingredients on the list, so that you'll have the things that you want to make. So that you'll have things to actually make to eat. Yeah, because that's most people like, I don't know what I would eat. Well, I understand, but more than not knowing what you would eat, you wouldn't even have it, right? So you just gotta get the fundamentals down. You gotta have rice in the cabinet. You gotta have beans. You gotta have like tomato sauce, tomato paste, hella seasonings because we Black. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I eat a lot of my food closer to the bland side because that's just how it was. Like my family can cook or whatever. They do pretty decent. They ain't like no super Patty LaBelle's or nothing like that. But I just eat a lot of my food close to the bland side. But now that I'm kind of in it a little bit more, I done found all types of flavors from different parts of the country, and Trader Joe's make things a lot easier. So you gotta get a vegetarian grocery list, and I would say try one meal a day, and then challenge yourself. Like if you normally get busy with the hamburgers or something like that, just like swap that out for something else, on days you feel like you got the most willpower.
I think I could do that. I like that. I like that advice.
But just ease it into it. There's nothing challenging. There's nothing challenging about it from a health perspective, unless you have some kind of like chronic ailment or some kind of real lifestyle thing that you fighting against. So it's just all in your mind. Some people just don't want to give up. Like he like fried fish. It's just in his mind. That's what he like. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock that. But what is your goal? What are you really trying to do? Like I'm telling you, if you change your diet, whatever your happy weight is, it will be much easier to maintain that if you become vegetarian or start eating plant-based.
Yeah, I was thinking that. That's why I was like, it's something else that I need to change. Yeah. And just doing the research, whatever, I was like, probably vegetarian is going to be the wave for me. So I think I was probably the happiest at like like my doctor said, 210. So between 210, 215, I think I'm gonna be happy. Gotcha. And yeah, so that's the wave. I think I'm gonna do that. I appreciate that, good brother. Hey Desmond, don't you start yawning.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. Don't you start yawning, my nigga. What's going on?
Yo, I actually, I'm sitting here and think about it. I actually did go. I went vegetarian for 2 years before I stopped eating. Well, when I first stopped eating pork, I went vegetarian for 2 years. It didn't last long for me. But yeah, I mean, and honestly, my thing, like, since that, going vegetarian is not necessarily my thing. I think, like I said before, my biggest thing is not putting in the wrong carbs, the wrong sugars, things of that nature. But what I do, like I think it's a good idea. I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but like I've replaced, like, I don't have rice. I don't keep rice around because instead of doing rice, I do like cauliflower rice. And I just like, you could do the same thing with meat. So I took a lot of like stuff that I feel like that that's high in sugar or produce a high amount of sugar. I replace it with a vegetable substitute. Like, I don't do spaghetti. I'll create my own zucchini noodles and I'll do like a zoodle bowl, you know what I mean? Actually, which is also pretty good without any meat in it at all. You could do a zoodle bowl with a bunch of vegetables and that shit still bang. But shit like that, like you could do the same thing with meat. I don't really know what meats you can probably substitute. Like, what is it? That's I don't know. I guess you would know all that stuff right there. Just don't do no soy. You better watch out with the soy. Be careful with that.
Yeah, like I eat soy sometimes, but like I'm super cautious and aware of when I'm consuming that. So like if I have it, like if I had some kind of Beyond Burger or something like that today, I won't touch soy for like another 2 weeks or something like that, just because there's the stigma around it that it ain't good for men. So, but I also don't always feel good. Like if I eat edamame, that's like soybeans. I feel better eating that versus eating like some processed soy, like tofu or some shit like that.
Right. Do you do seitan? I think that's what it's called. Seitan.
Yeah, I got some in the fridge, but I've never cooked it before. I've cooked tempeh before, but never seitan. But I'm gonna give it a shot soon. Yo, why is Calvin so quiet? Yo, he just in the cut.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, good brother? Come on,
man. I'm not into this vegan shit. I like cookouts and grilled meat on the grill. I'm listening.
Yeah, I like pork.
I believe in moderation though. I don't overdo one or the other too often. I try to do like once a week, red meat, chicken twice, fish twice, and may get some pork or something like that. But I ain't about to cut that shit out.
He got this.
I ain't about to cut that shit out. Yeah, he was over.
I ain't want to interrupt you. I'm letting y'all get y'all good knowledge on, man. I like to listen. You know what I mean? It's educational for me, but I ain't about to do that shit.
Yeah, man. Look,
I can't lie. I still eat more sugar than I should. But that's because I got little guy privilege, man. So I burn that shit off. It is what it is. It don't even like. I know I'll eat less of it, the older I get or whatever, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Man, look, listen.
Take some vegan treats and shit like that.
If I eat a cookie right now, when I go to the gym tomorrow, I'm gonna run for like an hour and a half.
Damn, you didn't burn that cookie off about 20 minutes in.
But in my head,
for the cookie.
But in my head, I feel like, yo, I need to do more. Like that's
you ate the whole pack of the cookie, or you
I ate about 3 of them.
No, see, that'd be me. Or I'd be eating the whole pack. Like I'd be wild. You know what I think it is? I think I'm underestimating what my appetite is really like. Right? Because I'm a busy person. I should probably eat more. I do intermittent fasting too. So I probably don't eat until like 10 or 11. 12 o'clock is what I'm always aiming for.
Actually, so when do you start the fast?
At 8 p.m. For the most part, I'll stop. I won't eat no more after 8.
Okay.
And then I'll eat again at 12. Some days, like sometimes I won't eat anything. I only have like tea or water.
Yeah.
That's the optimal way to do it. But I mean, I got the cheat code. I'm in a smoothie bar every day. I'm going to eat it. You know what I mean? Like, cause right around like 10, that's when I get my first hunger pains. And I'm just like, I mean, at least I'm gonna put some protein in there or something. I just trying to justify it. And the reason why I do, it's not that it's right, but the reason why I make all those exceptions for myself is because if I eat at 12 o'clock, between 12 and 8, I be so busy that I don't even eat enough food, and then I don't want to force myself to eat a whole bunch of shit at 8 o'clock. Yeah. So I kind of just make exceptions, that's when I start eating stupid stuff like a bunch of vegan cookies and stuff like that. Just so honestly, so I can get calories, because I don't even spend a whole bunch of time eating food like I should. Yeah. Or like I normally would. So
you in there wasting away while you're working.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I used to think, but I mean, I'm doing pretty well. I don't have any. I'm not going to continue to eat like this because you're right. I will waste away. Like I won't have enough real energy to get through the day. But just physically, I still feel fine. But honestly, no, I don't run as much as I used to because I just don't have time.
Yeah.
So I only got time to work out in the house a little bit here and there. And if I get a whole day, then I'll run. It's not a priority like it used to be. Like running used to be, I still like it a lot, but I don't run as much because I did the marathon. Like I had a goal in mind. I wanted to run, then I hit that. Like you can benchmark that. Boom. I did a half marathon. I want to do a full marathon. And then once, like I'll be 40 this year. So running around, you got to spend time doing recovery too. You know what I'm saying? When you're a little bit older, you got to spend time recovering. So that's what I mean by I don't really have time. I can go outside and run for 30 minutes. But if I don't stretch, if I don't break out the foam roller, I got one of the massage guns. Like,
I got a question. Do they work? They work like that? Because I've been saying they be promoting the shit out of them damn massage.
They do. I think some work better than others. Mine on the mild side. It's pretty cool. But you got to know, if you know how to use it properly against your muscles or whatever, like they give you some direction on how to actually use it. But I feel like some of them are better built than other ones. But for the most part, you can still do what you need to get done.
Yeah.
Using them joints, man. Yeah.
You could actually make your own. There's like a DIY.
A DIY making a massage gun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn, really?
Okay. All it is an engine inside. I mean, you technically buy like, what is it? What do they call that? Not a drill, but a drill saw or some shit like that. And you buy it and they should attach the thing to it. I mean, it's technically the same thing. It's a motor inside.
Hey, yo, look at Shawnee's face.
He's not feeling that idea.
Yeah, she's like, man, I'm not doing all this
I'm
shit.
telling you, like, I mean, the DIY shit ain't for the faint-hearted. It ain't for people who are afraid to like get their hands dirty and try new shit. But then if you want to do that shit, you can.
It's a little shady over there, Shawnee. I ain't gonna hold you.
He always, he can't take. He always. That's just who he is.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? What did I do?
Yeah. What do you mean? What you did?
Like the DIY shit, you can make this shit yourself. I'm just. Hey man, this is not baby.
It ain't for the faint of heart. That's what you told her.
No, it ain't. It's not.
That's fair.
Hey, what's a good meal to make after the club for like someone that's vegetarian? Like what would you eat?
That's why I said I was the alternative dieter out the crew. I wasn't with all that after the club eating. I wasn't trying to go to Captain James or Sip and Bite. I'm going home.
Yo, Sip and Bite.
Nah. For one, I ain't eat it. For two, I was phony. Like I gave parties and stuff like that. It was fun, but like I was there to get money and get a fit off. Like I wasn't with all that.
Facts. There you go.
I ended up being kind of lame. So but now I probably wouldn't eat that late anyway. But when I did,
get a salad.
Chips, unfortunately, potato chips. Think like, are you familiar with domas, like the grape leaves with the rice in it?
Yeah.
So I would have those, sometimes late at night. Hopefully I got like right because I make brown rice or quinoa early in the week and just eat it throughout the rest of the week. So hopefully it might be like some quinoa. Oh, peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Okay.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Can't fuck that up.
Yeah, that's that's a go-to after the club. But for real, after the club, I'm like, I'm out.
Man, I'm going to sleep. I'm not doing nothing. Yeah.
Word up.
I was definitely a sipping bite.
Yeah, man. Yo,
definitely did
all the stories, and I haven't been once.
not once at all.
Once.
Oh my goodness.
I pulled up outside because like I forgot what was going on, but I've never been inside to get no food and wine and dine and stall and talk somebody out they panties at the end of the sipping bite move.
Oh my goodness. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That was another
sipping bite opportunities be.
Man, look, listen, like, so we want to record with you again. We want to record with you in your shop in person or whatever. And I want to like get into like your shop and everything and like the different juices that you have, the bowls that you have and things of that nature, because those shits are delicious and they're good for you. And I just want to be in that ambiance and talk about it or whatever. We weren't able to do it this time because, you know, technical difficulties and things of that nature and things, but we got to figure it out. We want to come back. We're going to chop it up with you in there.
I work it out. Plus, I'm gonna steal y'all notes on how it is y'all make it happen, so I can go in there.
We definitely want to come back. But before we get off of here, I just wanted to ask you, like, a whole pandemic has started, but you were still able to get a business off. Like, how are you able to do that, man? Like, God is the greatest.
A brick and mortar business at that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you were able to get that joint off.
Thank you. Probably because I'm too stupid for my own good. Real, like, it's not. I'm not. Big things don't matter as much to me. Like, they don't faze me as much. They are challenging. I'm not like too big. I'm not saying they're not scary, but it doesn't stop me from doing the thing as much as sometimes I can get hung up on small things. Right. And then eventually I snap out of it. But it didn't matter if the pandemic came. I just was trying to get the joint open because I was planning to open now. It threw a big monkey wrench in me getting the spot open because I was in limbo for like 5 months.
Damn. Okay.
Which is terrible. Like, terrible. I'm losing 5 months of money, 5 months of not generating income. It was really all bad, to be honest. It was really tough. But I didn't really think about it a lot. In March, it was hella scary. Then I just found something else to focus on. But I already had the space. I had it since 2019. So that's how I get it done. I already had the space.
Okay.
So, I'm already in there. Once you obligate, you sign the lease and stuff like that. Like, I'm here. They not gonna kick me out. Not yet. They're not gonna kick me out not yet. And so that's really how, because I was here, I was rolling with business before the pandemic started. I mean, and it just so happens that my business was something that helped people get healthy in the time that they need to get healthy.
I'm about to say it actually helped with the pandemic.
Incorporate healthier foods and stuff in their items, or do more take a more preventative approach to how they maintain their health. So I was fortunate in that way, but that's kind of how I just made it through, because I was just already dumb enough to be already signed on the lease. And I mean, I'm here now. Like, I couldn't, like, they really couldn't say much. The landlords couldn't say much, and I can't. We both just looking at each other like, what we gonna do, yo? The whole world messed up. Well, we can't. And then I just had to figure out a way to push through, because at a certain point, when that 5 months ended, because I was like, I can't lose no more money. Because it could have went into 6 months. I could have made an excuse to just not open. And to be honest, I probably stretched that out maybe 60 days too long. But that's because I just didn't know any. That's my first time owning an actual brick and mortar place and having like staff and stuff. So I had to learn my way through that. But I was like, yo, it's time to get this thing open. I just gotta figure this shit out. What they say, you build the plane as you flying it. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing since we opened. Yeah, since we opened, man.
And that shit hard. It's a beautiful store, and I can't wait. We're gonna have part 2. I want to stop right here unless y'all got some more questions.
I want to know, was that shoe there when you first started that Air Max, or did you just want to stun on?
No. First of all, you better watch your mouth. You better watch your goddamn mouth. This is This every episode I'll just throw a shoe up. This is the undefeated Air Max 97 right here. So just had that in the background just for a little ambiance, whatever. It's a lot of shoes in here and shit like that. I would just pick up a random shoe and just have it in the background or whatever. You know
what is happening.
Yeah, gang.
What was the other questions though? I'm sorry, because
anybody got any other questions? Because we want to come back with the part 2. You want to come down, Shawnee, with us? You haven't been to the juice bar yet, have you, Shawnee?
No, because what are your hours of operation? Like, every time it's like not like.
Yeah, I think they close before you get off of work.
Busy working. Yeah. It's Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to 4.
Yeah,
because some days I'll be missing. I'm like, I'm gonna go. Oh, I ain't getting off until 4:30. I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. I can't wait till it get warmer, man, so we can extend our hours, and it'll make more sense, for us to be open.
Yeah, a little later.
That shit would be love.
Catch walk-in traffic and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, even now people come, but it's not, when business, it's not worth being open if you only get sale after a certain amount of time. So
we gotta get you down there, Shawnee.
Yeah, Shawnee, come on down.
Yeah, man.
There's no, we're not serving any animal products, but you know.
Yeah. No, Shawnee, she
Smoothie bowl.
yeah, get you a smoothie bowl. That shit slap. And any other questions? And we gonna have a part 2 or
I
whatever.
heard you had like what do you have? Like a 5-day cleanse, 3-day cleanse. Don't you have cleanses?
He does have cleanses.
Yeah, we have a 1, 3, and a 5-day cleanse.
Go
1 day.
shit. Yeah, please share that real quick. Please go.
Oh, yeah. So it's the 1, 3, and 5-day cleanse. And you can order it on the website. So website is goodpart.co. And you go to order online and then you can pick, it says cleanses and bundles. And then it's also a subscription. So we have a subscription model. I do a horrible job of promoting it, but it's a reason behind that. But I would like to get more people to subscribe to, like, you know, it's just like 3 juices. We got little packages, little bundles put together, and you can subscribe to it weekly. And the same bundles are available to purchase just one time. So that's on the same site as the cleanses and everything. So the cleanses you order, we collect the orders all week and you pick them up every Tuesday. So if you order after a certain time on Sunday, then you can't get it until that next
follow.
Because we just need the time to gather all the produce and prep everything to make sure it's fresh.
Yep.
Fair enough.
That's the website.
Goodpart.co.
Goodpart.co. Yeah.
Goodpart.co. Bung. And you can follow
Spell it out for the people.
Say that again.
Do you
spell
want
it out? Or you want me to spell it out? Or you want Quintel to spell it out?
GOODPART.co. Goodpart.co. I don't know who beat me to .com, and I don't really appreciate it. It's easier to just to type Goodpart than type goodpartandcompany.com. So it pops up easier in the search engine. It's easy.
Bastards, they stole it.
Yeah,
they knew what you were doing. Like, no, we want this shit now.
Digital real estate.
Digital real estate, man. That's a whole hustle.
It really is.
Awesome. It really is.
It really is. Let me tell you, that shit is stupid, man. Where can they find you?
So the website goodpart.co, Instagram and Facebook is Goodpart and Co. Like it's GOODPARTANDCO.
It'll be in the description. I got you. It'll be in the description for everything.
So Instagram is our main platform. We have a YouTube page too. So if you just search YouTube for Goodpart and Company, the YouTube page is there too. So on the YouTube page, it's like when I started out the process of renovating and building out the storefront, I was recording like regularly every day, every few days, every week or so. And then the pandemic came and then all that stopped because I had to figure out what was going to be the next moves. So, and I ain't trying to be on the internet sad, sobbing, and depressed to get views. So I was like, you know, put the camera down. I don't feel like editing this shit no more. I'm cool. And I feel bad because I just like, that joint just dropped flat. Like I ain't even pick up. I ain't show no progress. I ain't show no grand opening footage. And now I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, whatever. I get to it.
Yeah, we gonna get back onto the YouTube game because I like YouTube a lot. So yeah, but Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, that's mostly where you can find us.
Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Well, lady and gentlemen? Nothing?
No, I think.
All right, cool.
I think that's it so far.
All right, bet. Hey, Quintel.
Once y'all figure out all the great technology stuff, man, let me know and we can get together and do part 2 at the shop.
Part 2 is coming, man. Look, listen, leave us with some nourishment, Quintel, please. What nourishment you want to leave us with?
It's only right that the holistic nutritionist, because I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, I ain't mentioned that.
What the hell?
Plant Advocate is on the Nourishment Podcast, man.
Bang!
It just makes so much sense. So
I'm talking about.
Listen, don't be scared of those plants. I'm not a vegan Nazi, so I'm not here to force feed you the plants, baby. But if you want to try them out, if you need to know what kind of mushrooms you're gonna put on your stir fry, if you try and get with the plant-based protein, come sign the Vegan Road. That's where we at. 1216 North Charles Street, Vegan Road, baby.
I'm talking about Baltimore, Maryland's finest right here. This is Quintel right here. Goodpart and Co, man.
Guys, I appreciate it.
No, man. God bless, man. Thank you for coming chilling with us, man. This is the Nourishment Podcast, man. I don't even want to say nothing else, man. I'm about to fade it. Desmond, what do you usually say?
Eat a dick.